What is up, everybody? It's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through a Halloween clean and decorate with me. Right now, our Halloween decorations are currently on the floor in our bedroom. So I need to clean this place up and start decorating because, come on, it is like September 13th today. I need to get with it already. That comes from a crazy Halloween lady. Most people wait until at least October to decorate, but you know what? Do what makes you happy. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, then just keep watching. So I started at the very front of our apartment by hanging up this spooky wreath that I got from the Goodwill. I saw in another video that this wreath is sold at Spirit Halloween. So if you find out how much it is at Spirit Halloween, I could not find it online, please comment down below and let me know, because I would love to see like how good of a deal I really got on it, because I only paid $6.50. And then I was ready to move on to our spooky tree, and I was setting this up in our living room. So I started with that vase that I found at the Goodwill that I had painted completely black, and I stuffed like some coupon papers, you know, like junk mail that we had gotten into the vase so that the tree could stand up on its own. And then I went ahead and put the tree in and put it together and started pruning the tree. Is that what you call it? So I started pruning it and then putting some lights on. While I was doing this, I was actually watching Christmas decoration videos because I wanted to know like how to correctly decorate a tree. And what I learned is that when you decorate a tree diagonally, it is a lot more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Like you should be decorating with your lights and your garlands and everything diagonally, and then adding your ornaments on last. And before, I kind of just did everything in random order, and it just kind of always looked like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree when I was doing Christmas trees. So I really wanted this to look just like very full and spooky and elegant. So I added some ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree in a previous year. I did not see that ribbon at the Dollar Tree this year. I was pretty disappointed because I was wanting to do some other stuff with ribbon, and ribbon at craft stores can be very expensive. And then I started adding that spooky Dollar Tree Halloween floral everywhere on the tree. The colors that they had this year are just so good. The black floral and all of the purple floral. And then I had orange, black, and purple ornaments, Halloween ornaments, that I had found at the Dollar Tree, and I started adding those as well. They also had these cute little spooky little bat clips, and I tried to put them on the tree in a diagonal direction so it could kind of look like they were flying in formation up the tree. Then after I decorated the tree, I went ahead and moved on to our kitchen, and I just did like a quick clean of the countertops and the stove. In this video, you know, I really wasn't doing like a very deep clean of anything, but if you are like me, you like to have your surfaces clean before you decorate them. Otherwise, it just kind of feels like you are adding more clutter. Comment down below with how you feel about like the order of cleaning first and decorating first, or if you don't care. I mean, maybe I'm just OCD, but I like to have my surfaces clean before I decorate them. So I was just using an all-purpose cleaner. We actually have like a whole thing of Fabuloso that I'm trying to get through. It is not my favorite cleaner. I would rather use the Method cleaners, but Sean bought a bunch of it, so that's what I have been using for my all-purpose cleaning. And then after I got everything wiped down, I went ahead and put everything back on our counters. One thing about our apartment is that there's not just a lot of extra counter space for decorating, and that's just one complaint I have about, you know, living in an apartment. If you're going to decorate, you just have to make the best use of the spaces that you have. So I went ahead and put my little jack-o'-lantern. I want to say he's like a spoon tray. I think you could use him for anything. He could be like a little cookie tray or a little candy dish, but I thought he was just so cute on the stove for a pop of color. And then I went ahead and put the candle that I had gotten from Fry's as well. Oh, I got the jack-o'-lantern little plate from Fry's, which is Kroger here in Arizona. And then this candle, which the scent is called pumpkin carving, and it's just like the most delicious smelling, like nutty pumpkin scent. So then had my pop of orange color there, and then I went ahead and also added a hand towel with a cute little witch on it that I had gotten from the Goodwill. Next, I added this cute little ghost bowl and some Reese's pumpkins because you know your girl has to have some Reese's pumpkins. They have to be my favorite Halloween candy, and he just looks so cute with all of his Reese's pumpkins in his mouth. The next room that I moved on to cleaning was our bedroom. You'll notice that there are already some Halloween decorations up in here, and that's because, to be honest, we keep this room pretty spooky all year long. My husband and I had like a Bride of Frankenstein kind of little sub-theme going on at our wedding. So I put that Home Sweet Haunted Home pillow, which I love, and my Squishmallow jack-o'-lantern on the bed. And then I went ahead and put this super soft spooky blanket that I got at Ross on the bed. So our bed is just so spooky and cozy. I love it. And then I had picked out this kind of like weird bluish green floral from the Dollar Tree that I only got one bouquet of it, but I thought it was just too spooky to pass up. And I went ahead and added that to the top of my dresser, and it kind of just goes with the theme in the room. Moving on to the bathroom, as you can see, the shower looks awful. I had just dyed my hair, so there's a bunch of like black hair dye stains in there. The counter is just full of makeup and everything. I mean, if you want to talk about spooky and scary, just go in my bathroom when it hasn't been cleaned yet. So I went ahead and put everything away that was on the counter. Sometimes when I'm busy and I like just need to go do stuff, and I just leave everything out on the counter, but I really don't like walking into the bathroom and like seeing everything that I own out on the counter. It's like, why do I even have a cabinet if I'm just gonna leave everything out? So I went ahead and cleaned all of the mirrors and the silver stuff in our bathroom. And I found another all-purpose cleaner that I had a little bit left of, so I went ahead and used that up on our bathroom sink. It's just like a natural all-purpose cleaner that I bought at Fry's, and I went ahead and wiped down the sink with that all-purpose cleaner. And I used the all-purpose cleaner on the toilet. Of course, I always clean the inside of the toilet with bleach because I just want to make sure it's super sanitary. And then I used the Fabuloso on the shower. And then I wiped that down with the all-purpose cleaner. I feel like the shower is a huge undertaking sometimes, especially when I have dyed my hair. It's just a lot because my hair dye just gets everywhere. If anybody has any advice on how to like contain the hair dye situation if you dye your hair at home, I would love to hear about it. And then I used some baking soda on the bottom of the tub. In addition to dyeing my hair, it's also extremely dusty here in Phoenix. So it's like whenever Sean and I take a shower, because we work outside, all of the dust comes off, and then our shower just like, it looks super dirty really fast, which is really annoying because we have to clean it all the time. But, you know, there's the finished result. It looks way better than it did before. I went ahead and used my Shark Apex dual clean vacuum cleaner to vacuum the floors. It does have a setting for hardwood floors, and I use my Swiffer mop to mop the bathroom floors. I'm always amazed at the amount of dust that comes up, even if I just cleaned the floor last week. There's just so much dust here. And I took down our shower curtain. It had a blue mountain range, really pretty, not a very expensive shower curtain, but I wanted to make it a little bit more spooky, so I had these black shower curtains that I went ahead and put up so I could go with a whole spooky theme. And then I had this plaque that I painted that said Home Sweet Haunted Home, which I will include in my Halloween DIY video, but I went ahead and hung that up in the bathroom. I put a little vase that I had painted with a spooky candle, and another vase that I had painted with some Dollar Tree Halloween floral. This little spooky duck I got from one of my staff at my last place that I worked, which was so cute. And then I put a creepy cloth on the mirror. So, when you walk into the bathroom immediately, it's like, ooh, creepy. And then I went ahead and put some purple lights up. I'll probably talk a little bit more about this later, but I think that lighting just really adds to the whole Halloween vibe. And then I put this little witchy bath towel that I found at the Goodwill. And so that's how everything looks with the lights on. I have that little tea light in there. I'm pretty sure a few years ago I bought a bunch of tea lights from the Dollar Tree. They're so cheap and so much safer than using real candles. And then there's just a little peek of what it looks like in the dark. I feel like the camera doesn't quite capture the spooky ambiance. So I moved on to the living room, and I went ahead and vacuumed using my Shark Apex Duo Clean vacuum cleaner. I love this thing. It's amazing, and it's so maneuverable. And then I added some jack-o'-lanterns that I got from Walmart this year. I actually pulled out the original lights they had in them because they were connected to cords, and I just don't have enough outlets in order to plug all of them in. So I just put those little tea lights that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree inside the jack-o'-lanterns. And I cleaned off our TV stand because I planned on decorating the TV stand. So I first started by adding some orange Halloween lights, and I just pulled those up around the bottom of the TV stand because I wanted it to be just kind of lined with some Halloween lights and some fall colored leaves, and then just kind of add to all of the spookiness on top of the TV stand. So, like I mentioned earlier, I really feel like lighting is the basis for any type of decorating, especially for Halloween. If you don't have lighting, your decorations could kind of look a little bit bland. So I had those Halloween lights and those fall colored leaves, and then I added some things that I had kind of DIY'd that I'll include in my Halloween DIY video, but it was like a Toll House metal can and a wine bottle, and then a bunch of vases, little vases, ceramic vases that I had that I painted black. And I just kind of experimented with this TV stand and decided like what I thought looked best, and I honestly just kind of went back and forth and tried different things. I also put those little jack-o'-lanterns that you can see at the very front. Those are from the Dollar Tree, and they when you turn them on, they like flash rainbow lights, and it's kind of crazy. I can't have them on all the time because they are just a little bit too crazy with all of their flashing lights, but they're definitely cute even without the lights on. And I added this little spider like candle tray that I got. I'm pretty sure I got it at Goodwill or something like several years ago, but it's super cute. And then I moved on to our bookshelf in our living room. So I went ahead and cleaned the top two shelves because I had set those aside for Halloween decorations. I added some little like fall lights that are battery operated that we actually used for a photo display at our wedding. And then I started adding some fall floral that I had bought from the Dollar Tree, and I already had this vase that had a succulent in it before, and I had a skeleton that I took some parts from and that I added to the shelf. And on the top shelf, I kind of wanted to do like a spooky book theme. There's an H.P. Lovecraft book, there is Dracula, there's spooky, scary stories to tell in the dark. I think I totally butchered that name. And then there's another book about a ghost. I don't quite remember the name of the book, but I put the little spooky globe I had gotten from Walmart up there, kind of as like a little book end, and then another little skull that I got from the Dollar Tree up there. So I also didn't want the rest of the bookshelf to look like really bland, so I added some more of those little fall lights to the rest of the bookshelf so that it could look festive. And I noticed that the top shelves looked really weird without the lights in front because the rest of the shelves had the lights in front, so I kind of had to redo those and add the lights to the front, and I like it a lot better that way. I feel like it's just more cohesive and it just looks great. So here is the finished product. You can see, it's The Ghost of Windy Hill is the name of the book that I was trying to remember. So I put some red Halloween floral, that spooky little snow globe that I got from Walmart that I love. And then the second shelf is kind of like a fall floral skeleton theme. And then I put the lights on the rest of the bookshelves where we keep all of our movies and video games and of course books. So I thought that turned out great. And then moving on to the TV stand, you can see those little jack-o'-lanterns from Dollar Tree. They really do like flash really, really fast. It's like you're at a rave or something. And then you can see the decorations in a little bit more detail here because I feel like I didn't show it in very good detail earlier, but you can see I used some stencils to paint on that little Toll House can and the wine glass. And then you can see my little jack-o'-lantern guys all lit up, and I had some extra Halloween lights and they just kind of backlight the jack-o'-lanterns, and I thought that looked really good. And then my spooky tree, of course, I don't think I showed you guys the finished product earlier, but you can see with all of the ribbon and all of the ornaments and the little spooky back clips and the Halloween floral, like it's just everything that I love. I love black, orange, and purple together. So I will just let you guys enjoy the rest of the video watching all of the decor in here in the dark. I hope you guys have a spooktacular day, and I will see you guys at the end of this video. Alright you guys, so that is it for part 1 of my Halloween Clean and Decorate With Me. So I am planning on bringing you guys a part 2. So I do have some Halloween DIY projects that I want to do that I want to be its own video. And then I am planning on doing a little bit more decorating and filming that for you guys. So I would love to take you along with me. Hopefully that's something that you want to see. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite Halloween decoration that you saw in this video was. And I also want to know what your favorite Halloween decoration was that you bought this year or that you made for yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and have a spooktacular day.